Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla TV, where you can watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new Icon 1000 Akorp Jacket, available at RevZilla.com. So if you're staying up to date with our Icon 1000 videos for this year, you probably have seen the Beltway. The Beltway is the heavyweight. The Akorp is a similar length, maybe a hair shorter, but it's really the middleweight version, a little bit less on the pocket side of things. They're definitely using less leather, but again, still the premium style from the Icon 1000 line, and the main construction, the main chassis of the jacket is that resin-coated canvas, which has a great feel to it. You feel that resin, and it really has a beefy construction. The cool part about the Akorp, though, is you're going to notice collar, pockets, as well as some of the piping along some of the flaps and the backs of the elbows. You're going to notice they're using the Icon 1000 leather really as an accent and reinforcement as on the back of the sleeves. I'd love to hear your gut reaction on the Akorp. Leave us your comments or your concerns or your love for it on our YouTube channel, RevZilla TV. Click here to subscribe. Quick note on sizing. I have Buzzsaw to my left. He is wearing a size large. 6 foot, 210, 44, 45-inch chest. No surprises, and there's a thermal vest liner that's built into the Akorp that you can remove. So it's zipped in, not built in. Correct myself. Moving down the sleeves, you're not going to have any thermal insulation, but you do have D30 armor in the shoulders, in the elbows, as well as the CE Level 1 with the Viper in the back. The D30 armor is a molecular armor that disperses energy upon impact and does a better job. It's actually very comfortable as well as it kind of moves with your body. D30 we're seeing more and more rolled out with some of the more premium pieces of gear inside the motorcycle spectrum. Now, a quick note on sizing. I mentioned that Ed is wearing a size large here, and I call him Buzzsaw. His real name's Ed now, you know. Remember, if you're not sure about sizing, use a size chart on the product page. Icon does a great job on their size charts, and they're not terribly difficult to line up. But remember, we ship for free, exchange for free, no restock fee if you need to send it back to us. Now, moving into some of the nitty-gritty, I mentioned that there was, you see the shell casing style snaps on the cargo pockets. Tonal YKK zippers throughout, so YKK is a high-quality zipper, but the fact that they're using them in matte black is really nice. But the cool part is you didn't want to do two snaps, so what they did was a snap on the inside on all of these pockets, and the rare earth metal magnets here on the outside to keep the flap down. On both sides, believe on the bottom as well. Yep, so it's a snap and a magnet. And then also keeping in mind with that, I moved my resin-coated canvas flap that has a nice piece of Icon 1000 leather lining it. And keep in mind here too that you're going to see a lack of buttons. Again, because they're using those rare earth metal magnets to keep everything in place, so it kind of stays down and stays out of the way. From a seasonality standpoint, you're really looking at 3 seasons. So I'm going to give it fall, winter, spring, and again, depending on how deep into the winter you're going to ride, think about a base or a mid layer underneath it because it is just a vest liner. You're going to see that when I open up. So we open the Akorp up, very similar liner to the Beltway. Thermal liner, completely zips out, 360-degree zip. You can see it's the satin liner on the inside as well with some different features, and you have some bigger pockets on the inside, and your liner on the inside is a blued liner. Open up the outside for me there, Buzzsaw. And you see you have a multitude of pockets, and these are actually pass-through pockets on the left side. So again, a little bit more flexibility, pockets down the left side towards the zipper, and then you have a Napoleon pocket as well. And keep in mind, if we go up back here to the collar, fleece lined on the inside, but it's a very, very fine fleece, so it's not going to chafe your neck, but it'll be comfortable. Now zip it back up for me there, Mr. Buzzsaw. I want to show them how the snapback on the collar works. If you move in here tightly, you can see how easily that worked. The snapback on the collar, it's a leather strap. There's 2 snaps, and I actually really like it because it's clean and it stays out of the way. So for winter riding, or on the bike, off the bike. And really, that's what they've gone for with Icon 1000. They're looking at gear that is very functional from a motorcycle component standpoint and uses a lot of beefy materials that are going to stay where they need to stay in the case of a get-off. But it looks great enough to where you could absolutely get off the bike and walk right into a bar or restaurant and look fine. See how it works when the strap comes across the top. Rubberized buttons so they're not going to scuff anything they might come in contact with. Turn the face away from me there, Ed. Notice the tonal Icon 1000 low profile along the right side. We have our patch on the back of the arm covering up the armor. There is a waisting belt in the back. It's a little different because it's snap controlled. They're a little bit more low profile snaps. You can see I have 1 snap down. I'm using my middle snap there compared to what we saw in the Beltway. Turn backwards for me. And you can see the nice classic line in the back. Armor is completely removable in this jacket. The Akorp, there's my leather along the collar. Get back down here towards this belt, and then it's a seat that goes all the way down. I'll come back around to the front. Now, I will tell you this, it's not a waterproof garment. There is a resin coating to all of the canvas on the main exterior that's going to shed water. Eventually, in a long enough ride in the rain, you're going to get water through this jacket. And I will tell you, the water could affect some of the leather. So keep that in mind. It's really personal preference. We talked to the guys at Icon, and you heard me say this if you watched our Beltway video. They said they were doing a lot of photo shoots. They got caught in the rain. And it's interesting how all of these new Icon products with their different coatings to the leathers and the resins start to break in differently, whether it be by wearing them or getting them wet. It's really up to you how you choose to do it. But again, if you get it and it gets waterlogged on you, it may take on a slightly different look. But again, that's going to be up to you. Now, if you have any questions about the Akorp, remember there's a ladies Akorp. Remember where it falls in that food chain. It's the middleweight compared to the Beltway's heavyweight from Icon 1000. Shoot our Gear Geeks a line. See us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. I mentioned how easy it is. We ship for free, exchange for free. Try to make it as painless as possible if you do get the wrong size. And you can buy the Icon Akorp Jacket at RevZilla.com/Icon. It's the Icon 1000 collection. I'm Anthony. Thanks for tuning in today. We'll see you next time.